Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I apologize if I haven't been that active lately, but this is a very busy time of the year where, life gets in the way and you have billion things to do. And plus, I was really busy creating Christmas content for my personal channel. By the way, if you are into all Christmas decor and stuff like that, you should follow me in my personal channel because it's full of super cute DIYs and video vlogs and all Christmassy stuff. Saying that, let's get back to productivity and making money as much as possible, because this channel is all about passive income and creating multiple streams for you to reach the life of your dreams. And so I want to help you in your journey, and I'm sharing what I'm learning along the way, because obviously I'm self-developing as well, and so I want you to learn from my mistakes and I want to try to give you the best tips and tricks, So today I want to focus with you in evergreens kind of books, because Christmas is basically gone, and I want to focus with you in books that can bring you a profit throughout the year, so from January until the next December. So basically I want to explore with you new profitable niches of evergreen books that you can create these days and that can support you throughout the years, creating that passive income you need post Q4. And so the secret is to be proactive and play in advance, as always, and start now brainstorming and creating books that you can start selling consistently during end of winter, springs and summers until the next December. And so I think it's very smart to always play a little bit in advance. For example, never wait the last second to create a Christmas theme book. Obviously it's too late now. And same things, if you want to sell in the spring, this is the time to create. So you can create, gardening books, for example, or fitness books, because everyone wants to get into shape, for the summer. So you have to really be smart and play in advance. And that's why today I want to explore the dot-to-dot activity book for children, which is something that could be an evergreen for you that you can sell all year round. Okay, I'm sure some of you already heard about it, but it's a very, very profitable niche that too many people are overlooking. And I want to show you what you're missing out on, if you don't take advantage of this opportunity. So let's jump into Amazon and do a little market research to see what's already available out there. Let's just type in the search bar dot-to-dot activity book. So let's see, dot-to-dot books. And as you can see, there's over 7,000 results. So it's a very in-demand kind of activity book for children. And the cool things about dot-to-dot is that you can make them for any age group. So from easier to more complex level. So as you can see, this one, which is a bestseller, by the way, it's a very simple one. It has half image, illustrated with colors, and half with few numbers. So you have just literally, I think they never go past 15 or 20, So let's look inside. So as you can see, it's mostly a pre-made illustration. There's only a portion of the picture, dotted. So in this case, for example, you have mom duck with a little duck, and the numbers goes from 1 to 10. So super duper easy. So this is very beginner level, so for very young kids. And same things here. So it's not too difficult, for very young children. And in fact, this book is for the age group between here it says here 4 to 8 years. I think it's way too easy, probably too boring for a 8 years old, but it can be kind of a cross niche between dot-to-dot activity book and just a regular coloring book. So maybe that's why they include a wider age group. So all illustration, as you can see, are already designed. They only have a few lines that you have to connect the dots. And again, it never go past 10. Here goes, I never go past 10 dots. Yeah, 10 is the max. Here maybe not even. So it goes from 1 to 10 max. So it's a very easy dot-to-dot activity book. It has over 1800 reviews, which means it's sold like crazy, because I think the ratio is 1 review every 20 to 30 sales, okay? So imagine how many sales this person has made to have nearly 1900 reviews. And it sells for $7.97. It has, let's see how many pages, I think 107 pages, and the BSR, the bestseller rank, is 1039. So let's quickly jump into the KDP sales calculator and insert the BSR for this specific book, which is 1039. And yeah, this is a book. Calculate. So this person is selling over 2100 books per month and about 143 books per day. So let's calculate how much in dollars that will translate. And to calculate that, I'm gonna use my Tangent Template pricing calculator. I already made a whole review about Tangent Template. It's one of my absolute favorite websites to help me in my KDP journey. And if you wanna learn more about it, I will link the video down below. But anyway, this is 107 pages book, and the list price is $7.97 USD. Okay, calculate. So this person is making royalties of $2.63 per book. So $2.63 by 143 sales per day. This person is making $376 per day, which in a month, let's calculate a skinny month of 28 days only, it's over $10,500, you guys. Do you see the potential? So obviously this is a bestseller, but he starts from zero, like all of us. He starts with that first sales, like all of us. So let me check how long ago this person published this book. You can always find all these details in the bottom of each book page. So basically this person, listen, this person published this book only a year ago, okay? It's not that long ago. I was expecting for this book to be published at least in 2018. This person published just last year and he's making $10,500 in sales per month with one book. Can you imagine how much money you can make if you make 2 or 3 books as successful as this one? You can create a passive income of over $30,000 per month. It's insane. It's possible. This is the things. You have to shift your mentality. You have to really believe it's possible, because there is people, and I just prove it to you, they are doing it. Let's check another book, maybe one that sells a bit less, just to show you there's everything in between. There's who sells a lot, who doesn't really sell, and there's even all the 50 shades of gray in the between, okay? So for example, let's check this one. This is sort of a puzzle almost, and it's also for adults. So see, it's for children and adults, and it's way more complex, and the numbers, okay, it doesn't have the look inside feature, so it must be recently published. But look, it says over 12,000 dots. So it's a very, complex dot-to-dot activity book. Much more challenging. It's more for adults, as you can imagine. And the illustration themselves, as you can see, this is like a Labrador puppy. They are more complex, they're more realistic, so less cartoonish. This is selling for $7, and the BSR is 8,288. So let's go back into our calculator. 8,288. Okay, this person is selling about 30 books per day, okay, 29-30 books per day, which is just around 437 per month. So let's calculate how much this person is making. Again, so this is 49 pages, so it's half of the pages. So this person, you have even to keep in consideration these details, because the book we saw before, it has 107 pages, and it was selling for $7.69, I think, right? Just a little more. Okay, let's say $1 extra $8. Okay, this is pretty much $8, but this is selling for $7, which is a very close price, having less than a half of the pages, which means the profit margin is higher because obviously there's less publishing cost. It is more complex, of course, so it does require more work each page, so you have to keep in consideration everything. But $7 with 49 pages, let's calculate here, $7. This person is making $2.05 per book, okay? So $2.05 by 29 books per day is about $60 per day by 28 days. And keep in mind, this is a skinny month. This person is making $1,664 per month. Guys, this is a full salary. This is still great. Even if you sell much less than the first book that we were exploring, you're still making a killing. And this is why I love so much these dot-to-dot type of books, because as you just saw, you can make it as easy or as complex as you like, and you can really create multiple books in the same niche for different age groups and also for different themes, like the animals themes or the, tractors and transportation themes, as we just saw. Plus, it's not overly saturated yet, so there's still space for you to have success. So let's see now, how can you create something very similar? And obviously, as usual, there's multiple ways to create a dot-to-dot book, but I'm gonna show you what I consider to be the easiest for beginners, because this whole tutorial is designed for absolute beginners that have literally no clue where to start. And so I will probably in the future show you different and more complex ways in how to create a dot-to-dot interior. But as for right now, this is the absolute easiest and fastest method. Now, as for any book that you want to create, the very first things you should do is to do some sort of, market research to establish which are the most profitable niches and keywords. And I already showed you how to do this in a previous videos, which I'm gonna link down below in case you need to revisit it, because it's a very important aspect of any book creation. You don't want to invest time and effort creating a book in a niche that it's oversaturated and it will most likely not sell. So let's assume you already did that research and you established that you want to create a dot-to-dot book in the dinosaur niche. So let's go into Amazon. Here, let's type dinosaur dot-to-dot. Okay, as you can see, there's more complex and easier. Okay, let's start with something simple for like primary school children. Okay, so something like this, a simple design of a dinosaur, and then you have dots and they have to connect. So I'm gonna show you how you can achieve something similar or even cuter. First of all, you need dinosaur illustrations, okay, and you can find them on different platforms in the web. For example, we can use Canva, which is the easiest and most popular graphic tool for most people. This is an 8.5 by 11 inches canvas, okay? Because it's usually the most used for coloring books or activity books. It's quite large and it's easy for children to color and draw on top of it. You can join Canva for free. I'm gonna leave my link down below for you to have your first 30 days. And so you can explore, if you never used Canva before, this website, which is amazing. It makes your life so much easier. And once you start using it, you fall in love and you can't live without it. Trust me, it happened to everyone. But let's go into Elements and let's look for a dinosaur. Voila. Let's click on Graphics. For example, look at this, okay? You have a cute dinosaur here, right? Voila. This is a cute dinosaur. I usually, when I search for, illustration, I always like to collect a few of them, like 4 or 5, and then I niche down and select, start working on another one. How cute is this one with the eggs? Also, sometimes the colored one you can turn into black and white, just for you to know. So if you want to, for example, see, If you want to use an illustration that you really like the design but you don't want the color, you can just turn it black and white. Super easy. So we have 3 dinosaurs. Then let me see if I can find. This is another cute one. Okay, so using this simple dinosaur as example, I'm gonna show you how you can create a dot-to-dot book interior super easily. So you can do that just by start creating small little dots. So you go into shapes and you have your little dot and you change it to black, right? Then you can make it smaller, just like that, and you have your little dot, okay? Then you can place your dots. If you want to do a half and half kind of illustration as we saw before, so something that it's very easy for young children, you can start placing your dot in a spot you like, and I advise you to do it in the simpler side of your illustrations. So for example, we can keep all these more complex side of the design as it is, while we can erase this other side instead, which is more simple, and start placing our dots in a way that is very easy for kids, you know, to start connecting all the dots to complete the dinosaur illustration. So let's pretend we're gonna start here and end right there, okay? Or even less complex than that, because if you want to keep it around 10 to 15 dots to make it super easy, we want to make it less complicated, because obviously the more articulated is the design, the more dots you will need. So let's start simple from this point to this point, okay? So then you're gonna keep placing dots all around this line so that you know, the child will follow very easily this shape. By the way, to avoid your shape underneath moving, you can just lock it, tuck. So now this shape won't move and you can only move the dots. And just keep on going, placing all your dots around it. Also, you can make the dots as small or as big as you want. I think obviously the largest the dots, the easiest is for the child. A dot is not as pretty, so maybe let's make the dots a bit smaller because they're not as cute. Okay, and so once you've done that, you want to place your numbers, and so just go on the text tool and start typing number 1. You can make it as small as you want, and so let's go down to 12. Keep in mind 12 when printed, it's a pretty decent size for text, okay? And you just start placing the numbers in progression, obviously, you know, to make as clear as possible for the child that is gonna draw, you know, this picture, to follow the dots, you know, from 1 to 2, 3 and so on. Okay, so now that you have your dots in place and your numbers as well, keep in mind that you can also change the font. So if you don't like this font, you can obviously choose a more bulky one, or you know, whatever you like. For example, if you choose this one, see how much bulkier it is, just to give you an example. So what we need to do now is just kind of erase the line underneath, because obviously we want the child to draw this line, you know, following the dots. And so how can you do that? You can use shapes. For example, you can use this circle and change the color into white and place it literally from the first dot, like so, and then position it backward, voila. And then you can do the same with other shapes. So you can, you know, erase this side right here with this shape, just like so, and then again you position it with forward, just like so. And then the last bit is this one, so we can use another circle because it's a kind of a curve. change color and position backward, just like that. So basically, this is your ready to go, ready to print page. You just, if you want to insert a frame or some other elements in the background to make a more complete illustration, you can, I don't know, add a sun or like mountains, or like, for example, I don't know, a sun graphic, whatever you want. You can just make more complete the whole page, create sort of a scene. Look at this, you can have sun with clouds if you prefer, whatever you like. Maybe sun hills or mountains. Let's see if we can find anything suitable. Something like this in the background, You can really have fun with it and use your creativity, and sky is literally the limit. You can make it as simple or as complex as you want. You don't have, to create a scene if you don't want. You can just literally, here, voila, put some grass. So you can create a scene like this, which is between a coloring book and a dot to dot, which is very interesting because it can engage children from different age groups. Or you can just keep it as simple as just, keeping the dinosaur by itself. You can obviously group all the elements together and center the illustration in the middle of the page, just like so. And you can just maybe insert a frame, So here, let's go into shapes. And let's choose a thin one if we can. Here's something like this, black. And then of course you're gonna use, the margins templates that I already share with you in my KDP formatting video. That is a golden video, by the way. I received so many compliments, so watch it if you didn't yet, because it's gonna clarify a lot of confusion that people still have in regards of margins and formatting, So that is gonna make super easy for you formatting any book that you want to create. Voila, you center your dinosaur, it is perfectly formatted, you have a cute frame, super simple, and you can make an illustration like this or just keep it simple. This is it, guys. This is super easy. You just have to create, 50 to 100 pages, how many you want. But did you see, in only a few minutes you can create a beautiful dot-to-dot illustration page for children to have fun with and color. And this is how you create a full KDP interior, and this is how you create passive income for yourself. Guys, all it takes is one good idea. That's why I can't stress enough in focus on quality, not quantity. It is better to make one good book. You can make a killing with one book than to make 100 shitty book, okay? You may end up selling 0. So it's not the quantity, it's the quality. If you didn't yet, guys, subscribe, because I always give you golden tips in this channel and you are gonna miss out a lot if you don't. So leave a like, please, help spread the love, and leave a comment down below if you feel like. I always respond to each one of you, and I really hope to see you in my next video. Bye guys!